I'm Lady T 506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing Braxton Family Values episode 4. The show starts off, Tony, she's going to be performing in Russia and all of her sisters are going to come. And they go to the dance studio so everybody can practice and get, make sure everything, all the choreography is right. Well, off the bat, Tracy, she finds out that her visa didn't come through, therefore she cannot go, and she's all sad because, she really wanted to go to Russia and, support her sister and or sing backup. Then, everybody's looking for Tamar. Where's Tamar at? And they can't find her. Well, I'm not sure, I don't remember if they called her or she called them, and she let it be known that I'm not going to be able to make it. I have, some business meetings that I have to take care of. And those business meetings where she's trying to get her single or album out there, and she's thinking about Tamar right now. And I kind of understand her. She wants to establish her career, and she can't always run to Tony's rescue when Tony needs a backup singer. She's thinking about Tamar's career right now. So Tony and Tawanda has to step in. Tony, Tawanda, and Trina, they're all practicing, and Tawanda has to leave early because she has to get all the outfits for Tony and the backup singers. And Trina, she had to leave because she had a marriage counseling session to go to. So Trina and her husband are at the marriage counseling session, and this piece of hair is getting on my nerve. They're at the session, and sorry about that. And she was saying how her and her husband have been married for 7 years, and he's cheated for 5 of them, and she just thinks he's the lowest of the low, nasty, low down, dirty dog. And he said that he didn't actually take it that far as of cheating. He got right there at the very edge of cheating and decided, I don't want to do this. I don't believe that to be true at all, but that's what his story is, and he's apparently sticking to it. So we switch over. I'm not gonna switch over yet. Well, Trina, she's like, she wanna work on her marriage. She wants to forgive him, but it's hard when we've been together that time and you've cheated almost our whole marriage. We're gonna skip over to Tawanda, and she's picking out the outfits for the Russia trip. She's got to get up hair, makeup, outfits, do all this. So her kids call, Mommy, when you're coming home? And she's like, I'll be home in a minute. And she's heartbroken because she's losing out all this time on her kids when they're at such a young age. But somebody in the house has to work because her husband, he's still, I guess, pursuing his writing career. I don't know if he's contacted a publisher or has a manager or is setting the ball in motion to bring money into the house. So she gets home and her kids are sleeping. She's crushed. And I know it's frustrating her in her marriage because you kind of criticize me for not being here for our children, but at the same time, if you had a job, I wouldn't have to be away from my children so much. So, yeah. They leave for Russia and everything, and Trina and Tawanda, they go sightseeing, and I guess they saw the only other black person in Russia, so they took a picture. It was all excited. So they go to this shop, and they was drinking Russian vodka, which I don't think in any way, shape, or form Trina should be drinking, as the previous episode showed that she's either at the verge of being an alcoholic or she's an alcoholic. Meanwhile, back at Los Angeles, Tamar, her and her husband are still going at it about when is she gonna be able to start singing and all that stuff. So he takes her to Rodney Jerkins, and another man, he's a songwriter. And Vince is telling her, what kind of music you want to sing. You have to have a genre of what music you gotta sing before we go in there. And she felt like she was left out in the whole process of talking to Vincent and Rodney Jerkins. So she decides to get her, I guess, her stage outfits together. and her and her friend, she makes a plan to where she can trick Vincent into getting her the outfit she wants. First, she was gonna go with this over-the-top outfit, tassel on the breast, and just way out there. She said, I'm gonna bring this one to him first, so when I show him the outfit I want, he's gonna be like, yeah, okay. That kind of worked until she got that outfit and he came home. And to me, the outfit looked sort of like those swimsuits from like the 1940s, where it looks like it's short at the bottom, and it was like a whole bunch of cutouts around the breast area, and she had like on this like fur half jacket or something, and he was like, it's hot, but you know, not for you. And he's trying to balance the two of, you know, this is my wife and she wants to be an artist and dress like this, but also this is my wife, an artist. He's trying to find the line between the two of them, and it's not really working. So sorry about that, getting these allergies are just wearing my behind out. But anyway, we get to Tony in Russia. It's the day before to perform, and the clothes are nowhere. When they first got to Russia, all their baggage were gone. I don't know where it went. Every time they go somewhere, they lose their luggage. Only the stuff they put on board with them, like they was actually carrying themselves, is the only stuff that make it. So Tony's freaking out. You know, I'm fit to perform. Nobody got any clothes. What we gonna do? So finally, the clothes come. Tony, she's about to perform, and you know, in the States, a lot of people, they're getting real, you know, excited before the concert, and they're yelling out your name. In Russia, it was silence. So it kind of threw Tony off to the fact where, you know, I don't know if I'm doing a good job while I'm singing, because nobody's singing along, clapping. They're really calm and waiting for the song to be over before they start clapping. And Tony, she's the kind of artist where she'll bring somebody on the stage with her, you know, to sing with her. But some dude was twisting her around and swirling her like she was some acrobat and everything. But the show went fine, and next morning when we spent time to leave, Twyla to go to Trina's room, and Trina looks, woo! She looked like she had the flu. It wasn't no flu. She was drunk, a little bit hungover. She finished off a whole bottle of champagne to herself and a bottle of wine. And you could tell all over her face. They get back home, and Twyla, she gets in the house. The kids are, hey, Mommy, we're happy you're home. And she can just look on the face of her husband, Andre, that something ain't right. He sits her down and is like, you know, sheriff came, said we got to get out. Apparently their house had been in foreclosure before they rented it and didn't know. So the sheriff is like, y'all got to be out tomorrow. Now, when I was seeing the clips of what was going to happen, my mind went somewhere else, because they didn't show his whole, you know, speech. It was just him. The sheriff says, you got to be out by tomorrow. And I thought he was talking about her, like he didn't kick her out of the house. I was like, no, he didn't just kick her out of her house. She didn't been paying the bills. But you hear the whole story. It was, you know, the sheriff came. You know, he was talking. Said that, and he told her, the sheriff said, you gotta be out by tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that would have been so wrong to kick her out of her house knowing she wasn't paying the bills, but it wasn't. That's all about you know, about the whole episode. You know, Tamar, she wanting to, you know, sing and dance in the outfit she wants, and Vince is like, you know, maybe that's not for you. Tony's going to Russia and all that stuff. So if you watching the video and doing the videos, don't you, if you're watching the show and doing videos, post it as a video response. I would like you to do thumbs up, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.